Hi everyone, Danny here from Derby County Community Trust and welcome to week 5 of the Matchday Maths programme Division this week. Remember, all you need for these lessons is some paper, a pen, some colouring pencils for throughout the lesson, and then we're good to go. Also, keep all your work that you do because then we can make it into a booklet to share with our friends and our family and our teachers when we're back at school properly. So, like I said, this week is division, last week was multiplication. So I hope you tuned in last week and I hope you enjoyed all the stuff we did, but let's get started with today. For the first part of today's lesson, I'm going to get you to go and watch a Super Movers video. This one is all going to be division with the mighty red. Get going and have lots of fun. How was that? Hopefully you're all warmed up now and ready to go for today's session. So as I said, today is all about division, but first we need to think about what division actually is. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and try and think of the answers and see if you can get them right. There's also one where you can write down some division sums to see if you can work them out right as well. Good luck and I hope you get them right. Well done. I hope you managed to get the answers right for those 3 questions, but also managed to think of some real life examples where we use division at home or at school, other than just using numbers. For the next part, we're going to talk about factors again to help us with our division sums. Remember, we said last week that factors are the numbers that we multiply by each other to get the total number. For example, 2 times 3 is 6. That means that 2 and 3 are factors of 6. When using division, we can make this really easy for ourselves and just switch it around and do the opposite. For example, I know that 2 and 3 are factors of 6. So if I divide 6 by 3, I know then that equals 2. I'm going to show you some numbers and I want you to write down as many division sums as you can using those as the total number. For example, one of the numbers is 10. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. We know from last week that 5 and 2 are factors of 10. See how many division sums you can work out and hopefully you get them all right. Good luck. Well done. I hope you managed to get all the sums right and work out really good answers. For the next part, we're going to be using the shirt numbers on the Derby County football players' tops again. Similar to last week, we times 2 shirt numbers together to get a total shirt number. But this week, we're going to do the opposite way round. We need the first number to be a big number. For example, Ben Hamer is number 12. We're then going to divide number 12 by a different number. For example, 3, that's Craig Forsyth. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And we know that 4 is Graham Shinney. So Ben Hamer divided by Craig Forsyth equals Graham Shinney. See how many division sums you can work out using the numbers that go on the back of the shirts. Good luck. How was that? Hopefully you managed to write down lots of division sums and get them all right using the shirt numbers on the back of the Derby County Football Club players. For the next activity, we're going to need some colouring pencils because now it's time to make some more maths attacks cards. For this week, I want you to make 3 more cards. I want you to make your favourite drink, your favourite animal, and your favourite school subject as your 3 cards. But for the skill ratings this week, we're going to look at division and we're going to put numbers in that can only be divided by the number 2 or the number 5. But I'm going to give you a limit of the highest number that you can't go past. For example, one of your cards for the skill ratings might not be able to be higher than 20 in each of the boxes. So in each of the 6 boxes, you can only put in a number that is not higher than 20, but only can be divided by 2 or 5. For example, 15 is not higher than 20, but it can be divided by 5. I'm also going to give some ways that you can make this easier or harder if you need to. Good luck, and I hope your cards turn out really cool. Well done. Hopefully your 3 cards were really colourful and you managed to get the skill ratings spot on for what I asked. We now need all of your maths attacks cards that you've designed so far for this next activity. So, what I want you to do is pick your best 4 cards that you've got, your favourite ones that you've made so far. And all we're going to do is add up one of the skill ratings from each card to make a total number. For example, I might ask you to add the 4 tackle ratings up. But I'm also going to give you a number that you need to divide that total number by. For example, if we added the 4 tackle ratings up, I might ask you to divide that total number by the number 2. If our total rating was 40, 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 is a whole number, so that's okay. But if when working out your division sum, the total number divided by the number I give you, and it can't be done to an exact whole number as your answer, you need to find another card to replace one of the 4. See how many different ways you can get a whole number whilst dividing by the number I give you. Good luck and create your dream team. How was that? Hopefully you managed to think of lots of different dream teams that you could have for the different examples. Now, this is my favourite part of the lesson. It's time to play 1v1 against a family or friend wherever you are at home or school. But, as normal, there's going to be a condition on if you get the point or not. So, if your score is higher this week, you can only get the point and carry on if it's your turn if you can divide the number that you have by 2. For example, if my tackle rating was 10 and my partner had 8, I know that 10 is more than 8. So it looks like I'm going to get the point, but I need to get the answer right first. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Because I've got the answer right, it's my point and I can now go again. Go and have a go, but maybe if it's too easy, you can think of different numbers to divide your skill rating by. For example, you might divide it by 3 or 5 or maybe some other numbers. Good luck and I hope you beat your partner. How did you get on? Hopefully you managed to beat your partner in the game of Top Trumps 1v1. But also, most importantly, hopefully you managed to get all your division sums correct and spot on. Or if not, maybe the person you were playing against could have helped you along the way. So, we're coming to the end of today's lesson, guys. So, today, all I want you to do for this week's home challenge is build your own football club. Okay? So, I'm going to give you a list of how much player costs, how much a stadium costs, and lots of other things. But I'm also going to give you a total amount that you have to spend. Using the skills that we've worked on over the past 4 weeks of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, I want to see what you can get with the money for your football club. You might have to do lots of different workings out because maybe you might spend more than I give you or maybe less, but you've got to keep going until you get it exactly right to the amount I give you. Maybe there's going to be different ways that you can spend your money and the different amount of players or training kits or stadiums you can buy. Good luck and make sure you maybe challenge yourselves by changing the amount you have to spend or the amount that things cost. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, guys. I look forward to seeing you next week for the last week on Telling the Time. Thanks a lot.